All right, you guys, welcome. Thank you guys so much for coming to my quick presentation talking about all the big updates that are coming to Agent CRM from the high level platform. There's me. I did not wear my blue suit to the summit, but I did get to meet the man on the other side there. Sean Clark came up. He made a nice little welcome message for the Agent CRM users. I posted it in our Facebook group. So he's a huge fan of Agent CRM. He's a huge fan of our user base. And so he wanted to give a quick shout out to us. So that's in the Agent CRM group for those of y'all that are in that Agent CRM Facebook group. Check it out. A quick little message. We're going to dive right in. So I'm going to be demonstrating. There was over 300 updates that were released by high level at the summit, which is absolutely insane. They are building at a super fast rate. They're doing some really cool things. And what I did is I went through those list of updates and talked to the co-founders, talked to some other people that were there, and I made a list of what I think are the best updates for insurance agents. So a couple quick things as we go through this. Number one, I am presenting these features as from a place of you're already using high level. Okay. So this is not a demonstration of Agent CRM like the full platform. This is not a demo of high level. This is me talking about the new things that you will find in the high level account. And I'm pinpointing my favorites for insurance agents. This is in no particular order. And so some of my absolute favorites are going to be in the beginning and also towards the end. This entire presentation will take roughly 25, 30 minutes. And at the end, I'm going to encourage you guys to jump in on some Q&A. As I go through these features, if you're here on the live call and you're like, hey, I want some more information about that, feel free to drop a question in the chat. I may know the answer, and if I do, I'll do my very best to give you a clear and concise answer on, how to use it or what questions you have. If I don't know the answer, then you have my word that I'm going to be going on a hunt to find the answer with me and my team. So, with that, let's dive into the new list of updates that are in high level and agent CRM specific for insurance agents. So, I'm going to start with the calendar tool. I love this because one of the biggest challenges that we have internally at Agent CRM and what we're seeing in our agents is that they have a calendar that's connected to, say, their Google Calendar. It's connected to multiple different calendars inside of Agent CRM. So, for example, we just had this happen internally. Somebody was trying to schedule a call with me last week, and they're like, you said that you were going to be available at this time, but it doesn't actually show as open. And I was like, gosh, why isn't it showing as open? I actually didn't know. I was able to figure it out, but now they have a cool calendar troubleshooting. So this is only going to be showing to you in your agency account, and you can see why a different time slot is booked and not showing as available, which is pretty cool. And so this is going to help you as you're looking to, as you're sharing your calendar and you're like, man, I told them that, it was going to be available at 11:30, but it's not actually showing. Why not? Well, in this case, you can see it's not showing because you specified a buffer for the time slot that was at 12 p.m. And so the 11:30 is not showing as available. They showed some other use cases like, for the calendar, you can see, hey, this is, booked on your personal Google Calendar. That's why it's not showing up. Or you could see, this specific time slot is booked in a group meeting, which is why it's not showing up. So this troubleshooting tool is available to you if you go into your Agent CRM account, click on calendars on the left-hand side. That's where you'll see this screen. So that was one of the first cool things. It's going to help us quite a bit as we help our agents and as we look at our own internal calendars to figure out why certain slots aren't showing up. Next, adding notes to the appointment. This is cool. So users can now add, edit, and track notes for individual appointments directly within the appointment modal and the contacts and conversations tab. Hello. So that is freaking awesome. So you can see, so here's some notes. So you can see the different notes left by different people. This helps out a bunch. So a couple different use cases for this. Number one, for those of you who have a team and they schedule an appointment for you, they can add notes in the appointment. That note will show up when you look at the appointment, and that note will show up when you look at the contact. So this is going to help you prepare um, for that appointment. Now, one thing that I'm excited about with this, it's not available yet, but I'm stoked, is that um, we're going to be, I'm working with the Lead Boost team. We're going to be looking at adding Lead Boost notes. So the data enrichment, right? So, like, what's their net income? What Medicare plan are they currently on? All these things that we can get from Lead Boost, we're going to be looking at adding that as a note for any upcoming appointments to help you so that you're prepared for the call. So check that out inside the calendar. You can add a note. All right. Next one, recurring tasks. This is pretty sweet. So you can set up a task that is recurring. For example, here's what I thought of when I saw this task. Um, so you can set up a task to say, okay, check in with John on documentation, right? And so let's say you're waiting for them to submit to you their income verification documents. Now you can set up a task and have it recurring every Tuesday at 8 a.m. So that task is going to show up on your agent CRM dashboard every Tuesday. What happens when it's done? You just click delete. You no longer have to worry about it. But this way, it shows up on your tasks every Tuesday until you have that documentation. So then you don't have to remember constantly. You don't have to reschedule the task. It just shows up bing, 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 bing. So I thought that was pretty cool. Another use case for the recurring tasks. A lot of people aren't using tasks. I think it's one of the most underutilized tools inside of high level because it helps with like project management. But another cool use case for this is if you're going to make sure that your admin assistant is checking, say, like social media posts for new comments, you can set up a task for them that's recurring. Maybe it repeats every day, at the end of the day. All right. So this is a new tool inside of tasks that you can set up. So check that out and yeah, start utilizing the tasks. So this is exciting for emails. So pre-built segments for targeted email campaigns. So one of the complaints that high level heard a lot, and they took action on it, was that when it comes to email marketing, they had a lot of good tools, but they didn't have a lot of the more advanced features that many people like myself were used to with email marketing platforms. And so they have now upgraded their platform to get these 5 segments added in. They're going to be setting this up so that you can customize this in the future, but this is what they have now. So users engaged in the last 7 days, you can select a segment of those users and send out an email just to those folks. Users engaged in the last 60 days. Now, the last 60, as a note, will include those that also were engaged in the last 30, and it will also include those that were engaged in the last 7. That is a fully inclusive. Now, one of my favorites, subscribers that were never engaged in the last 5 emails. This is going to tell you who is receiving your emails but are not responding. This is like a red alert, right? This is for those of you that, for example, are looking at like Medicare, things like that, right? You're sending emails over and over. You're using our branding bundle, and you're like, okay, who is not engaging or opening our emails? I want to identify those people. And then if I see people that are not engaging with my emails, but they are current clients, that's a red alert that they may be talking to somebody else. That is a yellow flag where you go, okay, I want to identify those people that are not engaging in the emails that I'm sending and that are current clients. And I'm going to use another marketing method to get on the phone with them to make sure that they don't leave me for somebody else. So that's how I think of that. There's a lot of cool ways to use this tool as well for those of you that are going to, go a little deeper into email marketing. But my first idea when I saw this was this is going to help agents identify those folks who may be talking to somebody else and are now ignoring the emails that are coming through. So that is available inside of the contact segment. Next, forms and in-align surveys and email campaigns. This is a tool that I believe is going to help a lot to get those quick actions, right? So this was available in other email marketing tools, and now it's available here. So users can now embed feedback forms and surveys directly into email campaigns, allowing for one-click feedback collection. So um, the way that they built this is designed for a single question um, form and survey. You can do more, but it's designed for a single question. So here's what a single question could be. Um, you could send out in an email that goes out before an appointment. Um, are you talking to other agents as well? Yes or no? Right? And if they click yes, now you know, right? Or feedback. Like after the call is done, you could have a workflow, send out an email to say, was I able to answer all of the questions on our call? Yes or no? And if the answer is no, then your workflow could then get triggered to say, hey, I'm so sorry that I wasn't able to answer all of your questions on the phone. Um, what questions did you have for me that I wasn't able to answer? I will do my research and get back to you as soon as possible, right? Things like that. So these are forms and surveys that you can input directly into your email, which means they click to send a response, and that is all the actions they have to take. I believe that your marketing will improve with the more feedback that you're able to collect. So this is something that you can start using right away inside of your email builder. So this is only available inside of your email builder as a template. This is not available directly inside of the workflows where you can send out emails in the workflows. This is only inside of the email campaign builder. So but yeah, this is cool. I'm excited about this. I think this is going to have a lot of really cool use cases for us as we start to implement this. So we're looking at implementing this in our future branding bundles inside of Agent CRM. So for those of you that are inside of our Facebook group, make a note of that. We will be posting some more updates on that in the near future. Pre-built segments for targeted. Oh, I went back. Okay, here we go. Conditional elements in the email builder. Okay, this is like, I'm geeking out over this because this is going to help us out a ton. So when I saw this in the list, I had a couple of thoughts initially for internal use. One is for those of you that have hired my team, we have expert hours. I said, okay, I want to put like on our newsletter, if they have expert hours, then include a link to schedule a time with our team, right? And so that way, because one of the things that, we want to make sure that you do, if you have expert hours with us, like if you're, whether you bought a package and you have these hours and you're like, I want you guys to build stuff out. What we've seen happen is people will almost like forget that they have those hours in their account. Well, I want you guys to use them. And so I could say, if this field is greater than zero, and that field would be the number of hours you purchased, then include the link so you can schedule a call with us, right? Another thing, so for those of you that you have a database full of leads and they do not have an upcoming appointment, right? So if it's a current client and they don't have the tag, renewal appointment scheduled. I'm making stuff up on this call right now. Renewal appointment scheduled, and there is no appointment scheduled in the future. Say, hey, we have not spoken yet about your plan. Let's hop on a call ASAP. So you can put a condition around that paragraph, right? So which is kind of cool. They have these like if else um, statements in the email. So you can send an email out to your entire list. You can put these if else statements in there. If they've scheduled an appointment, say this, say I'm really excited for upcoming appointment. If they haven't, say this. Hey, it looks like we do not have an appointment yet booked on our calendar. Please set an appointment now. Does that make sense? Super cool, right? So this allows us as marketers, which everyone has to market at some point, right? This allows us to send out an email to our entire list, not have to like figure out, okay, who's this email supposed to go to, right? But we can put if else statements in the email so that the person receiving it is getting a personalized direction on their next steps. So way cool. Definitely start using that. That is again in the email builder for the email templates and campaigns. So you would find that by going to marketing and then going into the email template and builder. So super cool. Workflows, notes, and stickies. You guys will see this quite a bit inside of the branding bundles. You can now add notes and sticky reminders at both the workflow level. So it's like, kind of like a comment in a Google Doc, right? It's like it covers everything. or you can put it for a specific action. So, for example, one of the things that we do inside of our branding bundles is we have a text, like in the appointment reminders, we have a text and we say include selfie. Well, now we can include a little sticky note to say, here's what that selfie could look like, right? And so that helps you understand, like, why did they do this? Like, why did they put this include selfie note on the text message that's supposed to go out? Well, now we can give a specific example of what that could look like with the sticky note. So this feature doesn't really help the marketing side. It really helps the internal side, right? So for like us with the branding bundles, now you can go through those and go, oh, okay, I understand why they set it up this way. Um, and then for those of you that have a team, you got multiple people working in your account, they can make notes like, this is the change that I made to this action, right? Or, I noticed that the wait time wasn't, long enough, so I changed it. So these are specific notes that you guys can make so that you're communicating back and forth with each other on your team. So I love this because it keeps all of the project notes kind of like in this one area, which is awesome. Um, more email tools, more email tools. The next one I want to go over workflow email stats. I'm geeking out over this because this is going to help a lot. So now you can see which emails are getting opened and which ones are getting clicks in the workflow specifically. So super cool. So here's an example. This is a workflow titled Winter Wonderland Promo. You can see how many of the emails were delivered, how many were opened, and how many got clicks. Also, you can see on the bad side, like how many people received that email and unsubscribed, how many people received that email and marked it as spam. You can see that on each individual email within the workflow, which you didn't have access to that before. This is going to help you, especially with those of you that have branding bundles. This is going to help you identify, okay, what are the nurturing emails that are really working for me? And which ones do I maybe have to tweak a little bit, right? So for those of you that are on this call that are not agent CRM users, inside the branding bundles, we have a year-long nurturing sequence built out for all insurance products. So, and so the cool part is that we've done a lot of the hard work already. But up until recently, you couldn't really see like which of these nurturing emails are really clicking to my users. So now you can. Now you have this really nice visual dashboard to see. One of the other things that High Level does, you can see a note there, is they have like revenue numbers, but that doesn't really apply to insurance because we're not collecting payment right away. And so, but you can see like how many of them were opened and the clicks that they got. So that's really cool. That's available right now inside of the workflows. Social planner. Again, when it comes to like high level and agent CRM, I think social planner is an underused tool, and they're putting a lot of work towards making it even better. So here's something that you can see inside of the workflow builder, or I'm sorry, the social planner now. So you can see the number of posts that you made. You can see the total number of likes. This is total number of engagement. So here you can see Facebook, Instagram. So those are the two that this specific example is posted on. The total number of followers, the total number of impressions, and the total number of comments. So this you can see. I believe this is for like a month. Obviously, this account is huge. I don't get anywhere near those numbers on my personal, but good for them. But you can see they also have a great visual charts for demographics, engagement, weekly trends, like super cool stuff. So this is going to help you identify what content is really hitting, and then make adjustments from there. So for those of you that are on Agent CRM, and for some of the insurance products we actually have uh, social planner CSV files that we've written out for you with graphics that you can have if you're also a Marketing Plus member. So if you're looking at this going, man, I need to post more, hit us up, send us an email and say, hey, can I get some of those social planner CSV files? So just send an email to support@agentcrm.com, and we can send it over to you if you're a Marketing Plus member. All right, reporting, custom report. So we're nerding out here, but check this out. Users can design, schedule, and share fully customizable reports using a drag and drop interface with multi-page support and personalization options. We started playing with this a little bit. I'm excited to see where this tool goes. The reason they did this is so that you can say, okay, I want to be able to open a report and get like an instant view of what is working for me right now, right? So that report could have, emails that got delivered. That report could have like social posts. That report could have how many people are in your opportunities pipeline right now. Like they got a lot of really cool reports. You find this by an agent CRM going under, I believe it's extras, and then going into reports. If you're on high level, the reporting tab is right there on the left hand side. And then you can build out these new reports. So really cool. Again, I love the direction they're going. I think it's got a little bit of work, but even what they have now is really well done. They had some like default reports in there that were cool, but now they just took it up to the next level. All right, workflows, advanced filters, and smart lists. Love this. So inside of the workflows tab, you now have advanced filters and smart lists for your workflows, which is really cool. We want to be a very organized CRM. So, like for those of you that are on Agent CRM, you've seen our branding bundles. You see that we actually started to use folders within folders to, make it easy to identify, where is this workflow? Why is this specific workflow getting triggered based on the stage that my prospects are in on the customer journey. And so they didn't have this, and so we were using folders. Now that they have this, this is really cool. We're going to still use folders, but this is going to help you identify. If you got a bunch of workflows going on, it's going to help you find those workflows and then filter out based on different use cases, different actions, which is cool. So one of the filters that you have is you can actually filter based on actions. So for example, if you want to filter based on like sending a user to lead boost, then you can filter that by that premium action. So a lot of cool stuff coming for that. So this is a great tool for those of you that have a ton of workflows. For those of you that are in the branding bundles, it's already relatively easy to find like what workflows are being triggered by what. But this is their answer to people that have like 50 or more workflows in their account. All right, opportunities, customizing the opportunity card. This one was we love this because like we want to see different fields for internally. It's like I want to see a different field based on, is this person scheduling a demo, or is this person scheduling a call to talk about setting up like an agency account? Like I want to see different things on that opportunity card based on the pipeline. So for those of you that serve many different types of insurance, right? For those of you that are property and casualty, if you have a call coming up and they want to discuss auto insurance, like it would help if you could see, a little bit of information about the auto quote that they're needing in the opportunity card. Same thing with the house, right? You want to see something different if you're looking at it, if it's like a home insurance thing, right? So it just helps you to see where people are at. And especially for those of us that are doing online marketing, we have a ton of opportunities in there. And right now it was just names, right? All we're seeing is just a list of names in each stage. Well, this helps us identify, um, a little bit more information based on the specific opportunity. So they did a great job with this. I'm excited to see you guys use this. All right, funnels and websites. We have webinar funnels, which is so cool. So they didn't have this before. You kind of had to jerry rig it. Now you can create both on demand and live webinars directly within the platform to boost engagement and conversions. So this is going to be used by insurance agents for on demand virtual seminars. I can see insurance agents using this for live Q&A sessions. I can really see insurance agents using this for recruiting and setting up a recruiting webinar within their agent CRM account. So I'm very excited about this. This has a lot of potential. It's basically just a funnel, but the way that they did it, there's a couple different actions that are associated with this. And I got to talk to the developer about this, and they got some cool stuff coming out specifically for webinars. Now, one of the things that I'm excited about is combining some of these new features. So you have webinar funnels, and then one of the other things that you have is funnel AI. So you can automatically generate funnels now tailored to your needs using AI. So this is really fun. It's in beta right now. It's close to being ready to go, but you can use Funnel AI and you can give it a command. Like, I want to create a funnel that has, a header welcoming people to the recruitment webinar with a video element, and then underneath that, my, join the team form. And Agent CRM will do the best that they can to actually create that funnel just based on the commands and set up the elements for you. What? Like, how cool is that? So you can say, I want to create a new webinar funnel. Boom. Then you use the funnel AI to build it out. Boom. And like, you're on your way. How cool is that? So funnel AI is pretty sweet. You give it a prompt and it builds the funnel for you. There's a couple more funnel tools that I'll come to in just a second, but I want to make a turn here and talk about reputation management. This is a tool that really helped High Level get famous, is how they helped you generate reviews and respond to reviews. Well, now they've added a new trigger inside of their workflows that says when a new review comes in, um, we want to do these actions. So, for example, you can get an email sent to you, you can get a text if you want, you can actually use AI to respond to that review, which is pretty cool. So, they got some cool stuff in here. If you're not already using the reputation management inside of Agent CRM, this is a great time to do that, especially those of you that are in the Medicare and health space. Now is the time to start getting your clients to leave positive reviews since you're going to be talking to so many people. So inside of the reputation management tool, there's some great options in there to request reviews from people based on different actions. So check that out. All right. This is one of the things that Will Winter and I have been begging High Level to do. And we didn't have the opportunity to actually build this ourselves, but now we have the ability to create associations between contacts like families, right? So one of the biggest downsides to High Level was the fact that you could not connect different contacts. So the husband and wife were seen as two different contacts inside of your High Level contact system, right? And so, but now that they have associations between contacts, you can connect the husband to the wife inside of High Level, which is amazing. So super cool. Definitely play with it. They got some other things that they're going to be doing on this as far as like views and such. But this is a big one, you guys. The other thing that they're doing is custom objects, which I'll show you in a second. But they released quizzes as well, and so you can have quizzes. This is going to help. Where I see this helping out is in being able to help for those of you that sell like life insurance and annuities, things like that. These quizzes ask different questions based on answers. It's like a survey, but it's you're walking people through like their knowledge of what they understand about the product. So this quiz builder is going to be pretty sweet, and it's going to help. I think again, I see this as helping a lot with like people who are talking about investment products, because you can use this quiz to identify their needs. And then based on their answers, you can give them different end screens. So for example, if you walk them through it and you're like, yeah, I think this person would be a great fit for term life insurance based on their net income and their needs. You can show them a short video that explains term insurance and get them on a phone call. Or if you go, you know what, based on how they answered this quiz, I think this person would be great for an IUL or an annuity. You can have a different end screen with a different video and use a different calendar. So there's a lot of cool different ways to use the quizzes as an insurance agent. So pretty stoked about that. So that is open and available now inside of Agent CRM. So one thing that they're working on that is pretty fun is a workflow AI assistant. And so the way this works, they're modeling this after what Zapier did. Zapier did a really good job. And so you can type in a message, say, I want a workflow that as soon as somebody leaves me a review, I want to use AI to respond positively to that review and then send a text to myself. So you would put that in as a prompt. And then High Level would do its very best to build out that workflow just with the trigger and steps. It's not going to write anything for you, but that way you don't have to, it's going to save you time. The way that I look at it is it's going to save you a little bit of time, especially for a more complicated workflow. Um, it's going to help save you time. Now, again, I like to think in combinations. So how can I use this workflow AI with some of the other stuff they're doing, right? Well, inside of the workflow builder, you can use content AI to write your content. So you could use workflow AI to create the outline of the workflow that you're looking to build. And then you could use content AI to help you fill in the gaps of the content that you're looking to send based on that workflow. So it's fun. I'm excited to see how this works. I believe they're going to be um, giving you the option to actually use content AI as well inside of this to say, please write the first draft of the text and emails in the workflow. So that's going to be pretty fun. Again, this is all about helping you save time. So one of the biggest areas of weakness for even me, I love marketing, but it's the time to execute the idea, right? That's one of my biggest downfalls is the time to execute the idea. So thankfully I have a team, but like this is going to help, even someone like me, this is going to help to build out a quick workflow, and not have to go step by step. So I'm excited about it. Pretty cool to see it. All right, so those are all of the tools that are coming out within High Level and Agent CRM. I'm going to go to a Q&A, but for those of you that are on the call and you're like, I've heard of CRM, but what is it? Well, Agent CRM, we have built a ton of tools on top of the High Level platform specifically for insurance. So there's a few things in Agent CRM that you're not going to find inside of High Level. We have Agent AI, which is a separate AI tool that we built. The reason we don't use the internal AI tool for High Level is because we keep breaking it for compliance. And so that's a huge area of concern for us. The conversational AI, we were constantly able to break it and get it to say things that were not compliant. So we had to build our own Agent AI that's on the side. It's available to you guys for free inside of Agent CRM. Then we have team plans. We have custom dashboards. Our support is what really makes us famous. We have a live Zoom call that you can join in from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. We have phone support. You can pick up the phone and call us. We have a Facebook group, as well as email support and 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, live chat. Then we have the click and play library. I hinted at it already, but our branding bundles, man, it is a full marketing campaign from start to finish. Absolutely stunning assets in there, emails, text, everything, all ready to go for your insurance products. We have Medicare, we have health insurance with ACA, we have life insurance, we have annuities that are out, we have IULs. Those are all built out inside of the click and play library. Property and casualty is coming this week. So again, those click and play assets are free. They're included. They're inside of Agent CRM. We also have a Marketing Plus upgrade, which is cool. So we have an entire ads library of ads that are working. We have one-to-one expert help where you hop on a Zoom call and we actually help you build your stuff out. We love working with other people. We got some great third-party integrations that are built in right now. And if you have a tool that you want to plug into it, amazing. Let us know. We can help you get it set up. We have a Revenue Plus program where you can add in a new revenue stream just with a couple of clicks and filling out some forms. We have a ton of educational courses because I believe in not only supporting you, but also training you so that you understand like why we're doing some of the things that we're doing. That's a branding library. You can set up a free trial at agent-crm.com. Note, if you have an account with a high-level base CRM and you're looking to switch, we can transfer your account to Agent CRM without any loss of data. So if you have a high-level based account, and you want to switch, start a free trial with Agent CRM and then immediately respond and say, hey, I got an account, with this other CRM, and I just want to bring everything over, and we'll walk you through the steps to do that. So we're here to help you in any way that we can. And I hope for those of you that are not on Agent CRM, but you are using a high level base, I hope that this webinar was helpful. I want to open this up now to some questions that you have. I'm going to pop open the chat here and see what we got. Ven asked, when will all these updates be updated in our account? Great question. Most of them are available now. There's a couple that high level, they released it and then they got some bug reports and so they pulled it back and then they'll be releasing it again shortly. So great question, Ben. Most of them should be available now. Some of them, I believe the funnel AI, it was put out and then they got some bug reports, so they turned it off, and then they're going to be putting it out again soon. But other than that, I believe they're all available now. So yeah, great question. Is there anyone else that wants to unmute and answer a question? Oh, is there help to bring leads from another GHL CRM to this? Absolutely. All you got to do is hop on our live Zoom and we'll walk you through it. Literally on the phone together, we'll walk you through bringing your leads over from another GHL CRM to this one. So great question, Clyde. Hop on our live Zoom. The way you get there is by clicking on the left-hand menu, going to support, and then moving over. Shane, what is the process for bringing an agency on board with Agent CRM? Great question, Shane. So we can help you with that. I'm going to drop a link here, consult.agentcrm.com. On that screen, you'll see where you can say, hey, I have an agency and I'm looking to move over. We'll help walk through the steps there. We can bring over all the data, and that way you don't lose anything, but you just gain our support, all of our assets, and everything else that we bring to the table with Agent CRM. So great question, Shane. Thank you for asking. Clyde, jump on that live Zoom, man. We can help you bring over the leads from another Go High Level CRM into Agent CRM. So we're good there. If you have any
No,
questions for me, please, Clyde,
yeah,
my
I
man,
gotta
go
unmute.
ahead.
I gotta unmute now. I gotta ask you these. So some of the leads I bring over is for like, of course, it's insurance, but whether can I bring them over and tag them into a workflow like IULs or annuities or things of that nature? Is that possible with Agent CRM?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. So what you would do there, if you want to bring over a certain group of leads and then tag them for, say, IUL, you would export inside of high level, you would select the IUL contacts from your other CRM. You would export just those contacts. Then you would go into agent CRM and import them. Because on the last step of importing contacts, there is a tag, and you would add the tag, say like IUL lead, right? Does that
So
make
I should tag
sense?
them before I move them over.
No, you actually tag them when you move them over.
When I move them over. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And the same thing goes for
So,
final expense or whatever else I got. Okay. I understand now.
yep. Yeah,
I'll jump on
yeah,
that
yeah.
live. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So we got a question. Ed asks, I'm not tech savvy, just had a bad experience with another high level CRM, and I'm so sorry to hear that. Um, they got me signed up and then no support. Is there a time limit to the support you will receive? Great question. So there are actual agents in the Zoom. So Ed, what I recommend, jump into a free trial, agent-crm.com, and then immediately go into our live Zoom, man. Meet Ahmed, meet Yanis, meet our team that's there. And that way you can see and experience it yourself. Or if you want, you can also, I'm going to put the link in the chat here, go to our support and call us and just say, hey, I got some questions. We'll be there to help you out. So I'm sorry that you had a bad experience. I want to make sure you have a good experience with Agent CRM. So yeah, and we do have actual agents that you can speak to over the phone and not just someone that will open up a ticket. Please note that our most tech savvy agents are on our Zoom. So just, be aware that the phone person, they can answer a lot of basic questions, but some of the more advanced questions, they will make a ticket if they're not able to answer, but you will get a response. So, but you are talking to a real life human being. Tamil asks, I'm a new producer agent. Is this system ideal for new agents? Is it pre-built? Tamil, yes, it is set up for new agents. You can check it out at agentcrm.com. We got a lot of stuff in here that is pre-built and ready to rock and roll. Feel free to drop in the chat what line of insurance you sell. We have branding bundles. Branding bundles are, we just released them about a month and a half ago. Branding bundles include the entire workflows. It includes funnels, it includes pipelines, the emails that you send, the text that you send, and a website with producer numbers and all that. So that is all included with Agent CRM. And we have product specific web pages built out and ready to go. Again, all included within Agent CRM. So check that out. But yeah, we have a lot of people that sign up for Agent CRM, like even before they're finished with the licensing. But we also have a lot of agents that have been signing up lately that for a long time were working out of Google Sheets. They've been in the game for a long time, and they're like, you know what, I'm going to embrace the CRM life now. I'm going to get out of the Google Sheets. I'll get out of the Post-it notes, and I'm going to jump into the tech. And so they're finding a very soft landing with Agent CRM. So great questions. Is there anybody else that has a question for me while I'm here? Feel free to drop it in the chat or unmute yourself, and I'll be here to answer. Tennille, I see you unmuted. How can I help?
I wasn't sure if you were able to hear me or not. Are you able to hear
Yep, I
me?
can hear you.
Okay. So I am new. So I'm switching from the claims adjuster side to the producer
Okay,
side for
right on.
PN, and I'd like to do final expenses and maybe IUL eventually after finishing, studies with that. But final expense and property and casualty is definitely on my list of products to sell. So I am really new, like just took my fingerprinting. So I'm looking at systems right now, and I've
Awesome.
heard of agencies that I was more concerned about this particular uh, when you're looking at specific Excel spreadsheets, being able to bring that into agent CRM for
Mhm.
specific data on
Yep.
certain carriers that I might be able to screen faster without going through a bunch of Excel spreadsheets.
Yeah. So, without looking at your spreadsheet, I can say that, our importing tool is very thorough and robust. We're able to bring in a lot of that data. If there's data that does not have like a default field attached, you can make a custom field inside of Agent CRM and then map that Excel spreadsheet to that field. So, for example, let's say you have carrier name as a field in your spreadsheet. That's
Right.
not going to be a field by default for the contact. And so you would go into Agent CRM, your account, you'd go into custom fields and you add, carrier name as a custom field. And then when you do your import, you would say, okay, you know, row R, that's carrier name, put that data right here. Boop, and it loads all that data in. No data lost at all when you import the spreadsheet.
Can it distinguish between, you know, um, the particular carriers after you place and their qualifications and kind of, does it have an
Yeah.
analytics or statistics basis to it to be able to screen down which they may qualify for easier based off of that information? Like, hey, they don't take patients that have, this carrier doesn't take patients that are not
Oh, I
patients.
see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
No,
they
we don't
may.
have that type of we don't have that type of data inside of Agent CRM.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, good question. Good question. Yeah, so I know there's like for health insurance specifically, there are like Medicare Center and things like that. Like you can look up, this person lives in this zip code and they have these prescriptions and it can say these plans, are a fit for them. We don't have that data within Agent CRM.
Well, it's not already there, but is that something that could possibly be imported or no?
That is something that we're working on, but I don't want to make any promises on
Right.
timeline.
Okay. I mean, and is there a way to see this, the system itself? Um, that way I
Yeah,
kind of,
I
oh,
would just
okay.
sign up for a free trial. It's not going to cost you any money to sign up for a free trial and just kind of check it out, poke around, see what it looks like, see how it feels, meet our support team, because we're not going to ask you for a single dollar when you sign up. So it's a great free way to really get your hands dirty with the system and see if it's a fit, see if it's easy to use. Again, meet our teams to make sure that they're able to answer all your questions, make you feel welcome. So that's what I would do.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Nice to see you, Tennille. John Lopez, I saw you unmuted yourself and then dipped a little bit. Feel free to unmute yourself and ask any questions you have.
Hey, Alex, I was just curious, and you were talking about having the ability to go from a high-level account to an agent CRM account. What do
Yep.
you say are the top five things that are different between is it just the automations, or is there a lot of other functionality
Oh,
there?
there's a ton. So, to give you an idea, last year we spent over $1.3 million on building out agent CRM specifically for insurance. So that's a ton of development that other CRMs just don't have, right? And so here's a short list of some of the things that really make us stand out. Agent AI, we have our own AI that is compliant and helps you. Um, this AI answers emails, text messages, and social posts. That's included with Agent CRM. No additional charge. We got custom dashboards. We got live daily support. We got the entire click and play library. We have one-on-one expert time. Not a lot of folks have that. A ton of the courses that we have, the Marketing Plus upgrade. And there's a lot. There's a lot. And a lot of the upgrades and things like that are they won't make it on a list like this, but when you get inside of Agent CRM and just look at it, experience it, and feel it for yourself, you're going to go, okay, I see what they did here. I see the changes they made. All these cool little buttons in here that just allow me to make quick changes and edits to the workflows and fire off these things. And, like the cross-sell campaigns alone that we have, are things that make agents money right out of the gate that others just don't have. So, there's a lot that we have inside Agent CRM that you're not going to find in other high level systems or even high level itself, because high level is really just the frame of the car, with an engine. What we have to do is we have to paint it, build out the interior, add all the fun toys to it. Like that's what Agent CRM is. It's like a fully built out car that's just designed for insurance. So you get in, you plug the key in and hit go, and we know exactly what you're trying to do. We know exactly what the customer journey is. We know your compliance and regulation issues that you got to address. So, these are things that we built out inside of Agent CRM. So good question though, John. Thank you, man. But yeah, check it out. Do you have any other questions specifically around that? I'm here to help. I'm not trying to rush you off the call. Cool. Cool. Sounds like I was able to answer it. So awesome. Awesome. There is no limit for the number of funnels that you can build. There is no limit for the number of contacts. We are an unlimited CRM. So Hunter Palmer, my man, you have a question. How can I help out?
Man, I was just going to give you a plug because it seems like some people are curious about the system, and I've been using the system for a while. And the value that you get with Agent CRM is, I mean, hands down, I've never seen somebody put the time that Alex does into this business. I mean, he's always trying to grow it, make things better, add products. Most of the stuff that he adds is free to us. It just comes with the package. A lot of you that are concerned about service or not service, but support is the number one thing that I hear about Agent CRM is their support. Support's amazing, with the Zoom, the email, support agentcrm.com. There's a Facebook group, with agents in there that already know how to use the system. If you have a quick question, somebody knows it, you just can't find it. The chat, I use the chat all the time, the AI chat, because sometimes there's things that I can't find inside of Agent CRM because there's so much value in there and I just can't find it. So I can just hop on the chat, ask the chat something, and they'll find it for me. And then if that doesn't work, then I will open the Zoom. The Zoom is open all day long and it's amazing. But just want to give you a plug on that, man. I hear that Agent CRM
Awesome,
has the
dude.
best support. That is the number one thing that everybody says. There's people trying to do what Alex is doing and they can't pull it off because they don't have the support that Alex does.
Hunter, thank you so much for that, bro. That was amazing. Yeah, well, with that, I want to close this out, you guys. I really appreciate you joining us on this. I hope you are just as excited about the future of high level and agent CRM as I am. We have been in this for 4 years now, and just the amount of growth in the high level platform and in agent CRM has been phenomenal. And we are just now tapping into a lot of fun new things. There's a lot coming around the corner with high level and agent CRM. I'm going to keep you guys updated on this. I look forward to meeting a lot of you that are on this call inside of the Agent CRM Facebook group and inside of the Agent CRM support Zooms. I like to hop in there every once in a while. So again, thank you so much for your time. We're going to wrap up this meeting now. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys.